All right, here we go, folks. Guess what? It's time for LA's Hot Picks. I know you guys were lamenting like me, but I was pretty good last week. I did really, really well. I told you, I do things on a 3U basis. Unrelenting, undeniable, and not necessarily in that order. I told you that. And yeah, I told you before, if you pick a pick and it's not my pick and you're picking my pick, don't put me on that stick. I told you, be excited for yourself because you can use your own interpretation, okay? But I will go over it with you. Like last week, guess what? I said for that first game, I picked those good old Chiefs, baby. It was cold. Like I said, it was really, really cold. That field was so frozen. I picked the Chiefs over the Dolphins. Of course, I picked them to win by 10 points. They ended up winning by almost 14. Okay, the score was pretty lopsided. For the second game, that was, of course, those Packers against the Cowboys. I told you, I'm not a Cowboy fan, so I went with my heart a little bit. I just did it just to piss off you Cowboy fans. Don't be mad at me. You can hate me, but just don't be mad at me. Because hate, hey, it's not great. But I actually did pick the Packers because I told you Jordan Love was on another plateau. He was playing so much better than he had in previously. And, of course, this is his rookie season. And like I told you, Aaron who? Guess what? Those Packers, they shellaxed them 48-32. So I was right on that pick, all right? Then that second one, of course, that game was really, really, really close. I actually picked them to win by 3, and that was, of course, the Detroit Lions. They only ended up winning by 1 for a score of 24-23 in favor of those Lions. The Lions are moving on. Like I said before, this is their very first playoff game. Hey, are you liking The Bases Are Loaded? I do. Guess what? Like, share, and subscribe. I'll keep coming on your phone. I promise you I will. I won't let you down. My youngest nephew oldest nephew. He's 30 years old. That's how long it's been, folks. Okay? Now, as for that next pick, of course, was the Eagles. Actually, the Steelers and the Bills. Keep in mind, we were a little off key with that one simply because we were supposed to play that game on Saturday as well, as a matter of fact on Sunday, but because it froze over and there was at least 10 I think probably 10 feet of snow in Buffalo, we had to play that game on Monday, of course, and that game ended up playing that earlier that Monday, so you got some bonus football, of course. And I thought the Steelers were going to play the Bills a little bit better than what they did, but I was lopsided on that one. I picked them to lose by 10 points. So they ended up losing by a lot more. The score was 17-31. And then to my surprise game for the week, of course, oh boy, the divisional, that AFC championship, I tell you folks, you see I'm scratching my head. Help me figure. The Eagles, wow, they didn't lay an eagle egg, that's for sure. I don't know what kind of egg that was. They didn't play well at all. Jalen Hurts is synonymous with his last name. He was playing like he was hurt. And for that, they only ended up scoring only 9 points, one of which was only a touchdown by him. And, of course, the Buccaneers came in with Baker Mayfield realigned, reimagined, and rejuvenating himself and his career with all those doggone commercials. He actually came out to play football like he showed that he could do when he was playing for Oklahoma, and he came out and he did his thing, and that ending score was 32-9. So that was the only one, folks, that I did not pick correctly. So you know what? I didn't do too bad. How did you do? Let me know in the comments and stuff, and I'll definitely get back to you, and we'll go over that. But I tell you what we're going to do now. I'm going to give you my picks for the week. Are you ready? I'm excited. We're down now to the round of 8, baby. The round of 8. Those teams are getting ready to square off, okay? This Sunday and Saturday. You've got football all through the weekend. So get ready, all right? I know I'll probably try and be at a sports bar and catch some of these games. Probably get Mike Lowry, try and get him to come out. He's, I don't know. He's a little busy with things as of late. But anyway, we're going to worry about him this week. Guess what? The Texans are getting ready to play the Ravens. That's right, CJ Stroud. Get ready, baby. You guys are a little banged up. So for that pick, I'm playing the Ravens, playing Lamar Jackson, who's coming off. He's probably the number one vote right now for the MVP conversation, as well as CJ, as well as you did last week, CJ. I can't see myself picking you. With you, of course, with those receivers, you got 2 or 3 of them that are pretty banged up. I saw in the news today, and the injury report's going to come out. I think one of your players is not going to be able to play. So with that, folks, guess what? That game is going to start at 4:30. I'm going with those Ravens. Those Ravens, Lamar Jackson. I was so glad when he got out of the ACC for my Florida State Seminoles could win a game. Thank you, Lamar. I'm so glad you went ahead and took it on, boy, and started playing. Woo! Get out of Dodge. Boy, we glad you went to the NFL, baby. And he's getting ready to show those real skills against those Texans. But I tell you what, I'm going to pick those Ravens. I'm going to pick them to win by at least 2 touchdowns, 2 scores. That's right. I said it. Mark my word. 2 touchdowns. Okay, they're going to win by 14. With that game said, and along with I don't see anybody that's probably going to beat C.J. Stroud out of rookie of the year. He's been playing lights out since he came there. Him and DeMarco Ryans, the coach there. That's pretty much his preamble to, of course, coaching. He's coming off of an amazing season, being one of the defensive coordinators for another one of those teams that were actually coming out of college. Of course, the Alabama Roll Tide. That's where he played his ball. They're really doing well. So imagine you've got C.J. Stroud, who is probably. Hey, look at you. You're watching me. I see you watching me. I tell you what you do. Do me a favor. Like and subscribe and hit that like button and tell some more people about it. Going to be voted likely the rookie of the year, playing probably who would be the MVP of the year, which of course is going to be Lamar Jackson. Going to be a great game. I know it's going to be a great game, but like I said, folks, I'm picking the Ravens. I'm picking the elder statesman to come through on that game. The next one, of course, is coming up at 8:15 that Saturday. Okay, 8:15 that Saturday. You got another bonus game coming up, of course, with those Packers and 49ers. C.J. Love. Okay? C.J. Love. His name is not C.J. Love. I'm getting it wrong. I could call him courageously juvenating C.J. Love, but of course his name is Jordan Love. He's playing like Jordan. He's having a year just like Jordan did. Okay? This is his first year. He's showing it. He put us lacking on those Dallas Cowboys. I don't think they were even nowhere near ready for his field of play. They're going to be going up against those 49ers, who are coming off of a really stellar season again with the emergence of their quarterback who was hurt. Of course, their quarterbacks who were hurt last year, but Brock Purdy, that's right, Purdy, who was used to be called Mr. Irrelevant. And guess what? He's relevant now, folks. They're going to have to pay that kid. That kid has been playing lights out. He's completing over 60% of his passes, and he's got an O-line that's going to protect him. So, in that said, I'm probably going to pick those 49ers against those Green Bay Packers, even though they're coming off of a really stellar performance against those Dallas Cowboys. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm picking it. I'm a little trepidation a little bit. It's not going to be too much. I'm going to pick them to only beat the Packers. The 49ers are going to beat the Packers by a field goal, and it's going to be a strenuous field goal at best, because those young boys, they are the youngest team. The Green Bay Packers, they are up and rising, okay? But I'm going to give the edge just slightly to the 49ers with that defense that they've got. And, of course, the field of play of Brock Purdy, okay? That game is at 8:15. All right, so the next game coming up Sunday morning. Go to church, get up, make you some biscuits, make some do all that stuff. Can't go to Chick-fil-A. I wish we could, but, Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday. So it just was, boy, I tell you. But the Bucks are going to be playing those Lions. Guess what? Those Lions who I picked them last week. I did. I thought they would have beat one a little bit better than they did, but they were playing up a formidable opponent. And, of course, those LA Rams, they only ended up beating them by 1 point. But I tell you what, the Buccaneers, I think they're riding with a little bit of cash money right now. I don't think they're, with their defensive play, they really played well enough to beat the Eagles, and which is just well enough to beat the Eagles. The Lions are on another tear right now. They are between their O-line and their defensive line. They've got pretty much the second best offensive line right now. They are protecting Jared Goff. That's the reason why they're saying he's going to get that ring. Yes, that's right. He's going to go to Jared, no pun intended. He's going to go get that ring for them. They are a formidable Super Bowl contender this year. I'm going to pick those Lions. I'm going to pick those Lions to win by 10 points, okay? I think they're going to eke it out on Sunday against Baker Mayfield and those, of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last but not least, this is going to be an exciting game. Okay, this is a one, of course, everybody always feels good about, and they're excited to watch because guess who it is? It's Josh Allen from those Buffalo Bills against, you know it, that little Patrick Mahomes. His mom does not like you to call him Pat because that's his father's name. His father's name is Pat. His mom distinguishes. His name is Patrick. That's why I named him Patrick. That differentiation, I guess. But it doesn't still stop him from being, of course, being the Super Bowl champion that he is. They're going to be going up against those, of course, for the very first time. Can you believe it? Since Pat Mahomes has been winning those Super Bowls, this will be the very first time that they do not have home field advantage. They are on the road in that cold place, but it's okay because it's still not going to be as cold as it was in Kansas City, okay? But they are going to be hosting, of course, they're going to be going up against those Buffalo Bills who, like I said, Josh Allen is playing. He's playing lights out. He's completing about 63% of his passes. He's recording 3 touchdowns because he moves those legs. He and Pat Mahomes are going to be mobile quarterbacks, and we're expecting that. Hey, look at you. You're watching me. I see you watching me. I tell you what you do. Do me a favor. Like and subscribe and hit that like button and tell some more people about it. Same result in this game. It's always a great matchup between the two. It's always separated by either a touchdown or sometimes a field goal. So with that said, that's exactly what I'm going to say. I feel like those Chiefs, they're playing with house money again. Every time we count those Chiefs out, with all the drop passes, with all the emergence of course the cheetah being traded, that still didn't stop them from winning the Super Bowl last year. So guess what? It's always someone that steps up. Now Kelsey, he's on a ride right now with, we're not going to say her name too long, but it rhymes with Naylor. But if you want to go ahead, I don't mind. Taylor, give Kelsey a break this week so he can be ready to play, please. They're going to be playing those Bills, folks. And I tell you what, never, ever count that complete tandem between Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and that's why I'm going to pick them to win by at least a field goal in this game. It's going to be cold, and it's not going to be old, and I promise you it's going to give way to the segment of what we love football for, okay? So you guys get ready. Those are my picks. I look forward to hearing from you. Remember I told you, don't pick on me. Don't put me on your stick if you don't pick what I pick, all right? Until then, I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you guys next week. And until then, when I know, you'll know better.